what kind of skills, Rick, do you think they should be building now to really stay relevant and understand how to evolve in this landscape going forward?
Well, I'm not an AI developer. I will say that straight away. So this is not quite my field of expertise. But if I was in that field and I was thinking, like, how can I decide what AI is needed? I think that you should do what any consultant would do when faced with a complex problem, is research it, which means probably do some following. So I would get myself into a number of customer success teams in various SaaS companies or whoever is your target market, and ask, can I actually follow? Can I watch? Can I see what you do? Can I see what you really do, not what you think you do? Or if you're going to report to me what you do, can you tell me the truth rather than what you tell your boss that you do? Because there is a difference, and that's not being, I'm not being rude there. Yeah, you tell your boss what your boss wants to hear, and you did deliver those things. You just didn't do it the way your boss thinks you did it, because if you did it that way, you'd never get it done, right? So you've got to do the shortcut way, and then so I'm saying what really happens to get the results today. What really happens, and then how can that? And this is like, how do you improve a system? This is just normal, what we've always done through the decades, right? Is systems improvement process. So go back to that. How do you improve a system? Well, you observe it in its current state. You look at where it's slow, where it's inefficient, where it's expensive, where we could be utilizing an expensive resource better, those sorts of things, and you look to improve those areas.
Thanks. And how would your advice differ for a CS leader who's in today's world? I know we've already talked a little bit about this.
Same. It's just that they're not going to then develop the tool. They're going to, if you like, they're going to decide what tools do we need in our department. So I would say, really, the good quality CS leader, it starts with them, because they will understand, well, what really happens currently in our team, and where do we waste our time, or where we're less efficient, or where are we, like, where the quality isn't as good as it could be, if I was being honest, that we could do with some help. And then that's where we will then ask for, or go and look for, existing AI functionality to help us in those areas,
or any other sort of systems and tools that can help you to,
or indeed any system or tool that can help us. Absolutely right. Or even training, by the way, because it's not about doing it differently, it's just about doing it better, perhaps.
Lovely. We are getting close to the time that we have together today. So Rick, can you please part our wisdom for our listeners, for if you didn't take anything else away from this session that we've had a debate about today, what advice would you give for everyone?
Okay, I'll try and keep this to absolutely under 3 minutes. Start with strategic value. Okay, so that's what we're trying to deliver. Well, you need to define what that means. Commonly, it will be a whole string of things that you've been asked to do, and it's too much. So what you then need to do is prioritize. So you start by what are all of it? What are all of it? That's very poor English, isn't it? What is all of it? And then from that, we then decide, yes, but what's the most important? How do I prioritize? And pare it down to the essential, I must, or my team must do this. And by the way, as an individual CSM, you can do this yourself for your role, or as a team manager, you can do it for the team, or as the department head, you can do it for the department. And by the way, as the CEO, that's what they're doing.
Nice to have. Right.
So, absolutely. Yeah. What could we do? What should we do? Actually, what can I afford to do? Okay. So work backwards from that, but get the input from your senior decision makers, the people who employ you, because they're the ones that you're meant to be making happy, for the internal, and the other people who are kind of employing you because they pay your salaries, your customer. What's strategic value from them? Work backwards from the strategic value.